Hey Taurus, TT here with a channel message for all of my Taurians. If you are new, welcome to our growing love nest over here on Talk of Taurus Tarot. If you're returning, welcome back, you guys. Today's channel message is for singles, okay? I'm going to put singles, but you don't have to be single per se, okay? Because not everyone is single. But predominantly, if you are single, if you have been doing it by yourself for a very long time, really just very independent, okay? Then some of these channel messages may resonate with you. All of my readings are timeless, so whenever you're guided to this reading, trust that when you were guided to it, that's when you were meant to receive it. I almost forgot what I was about to say. It's like the channeling is already starting, you guys. Okay, so like I was saying, this is about trying to decide if you even want a relationship at this point. Trying to decide if you want to, I don't know, start a family, right? This feels like for my Taurians that have invested a lot of their time and devotion to rebuilding themselves, creating a name for themselves, branding themselves, doing something for self for an extended period of time. So at this point in your life, you may be feeling very very independent, very resilient, very resourceful. You probably never have to call on anybody for anything type of energy. Strong. That's the strong energy that I'm picking up in this channel reading, okay? I'm also hearing opposites attract, okay? Opposites attract. Let's see. So there is a method to the madness when it comes to opposites attracting. Spirit is showing me like a magnet, right? With this magnet, something that's drawn together but often pulls apart. Like there's time where you have to draw together and there's times you have to pull apart. So there's going to be a need or a necessity if you are coming into a relationship or you're being prepared for a relationship. Your higher self is saying, yeah, Anunnaki, when it comes to conflict of interest, whatever it is, let's say y'all have two different careers, two different lifestyles, something is drawing you together, right? Your higher selves are drawing you guys together, but at the same time, there's a need for balance when it comes to tempering, okay? It's giving me this balancing of careers or something about careers and jobs and things like that. Hold on. What is this? Yeah, your everyday life, because there's a need for challenge. I feel like for a lot of you, you've mastered this journey of being by yourself. You've mastered a certain level of doing it on your own, and now you're ready for your opposite, your other half, okay? But you know, when you're single for a long time, or if you've been by yourself for a long time, when it comes to control, it's very difficult to surrender control. Like, let's say you're the type of person you like to leave your basket in a certain specific place, or you like to have your home decorated a certain specific way. You never really had to consider another person's desires as far as their feng shui and things that they like. These are the type of challenges that Spirit wants you to be prepared for, okay? Because a lot of times those types of small arguments or conflicts of interest can make or break a relationship. No matter how many times I do this, I'm always picking up Anunnaki, controlling, drama, conflict of interest, hidden motives. This is a trigger here, intentions. You needing to know the true intentions of things. So there's some speculations around you standing your ground in partnership. When you're getting to know people or you're dating, there's some conflicts coming up where you're not sure if you can really trust them, if they really care, if their intentions are pure, if they have their own motives, because you've reached a level of success by yourself. Does that make sense? So for those of you, you haven't had to need anyone. So Spirit wants you to be aware that these emotions and these thoughts and these feelings are going to come up. These questions, these suspicions are going to come up, even assumptions as well. And the reason why they're coming up is because you've never had to answer to no one in a very long time. You haven't had to consider another person's ideas, thoughts, opinions, personality traits, all that great stuff in a very long time. So you're going to have to allow yourself to be taught by the right people. I'm also hearing refrain from venting to certain families or friends, because they're not going to tell you what I'm telling you right now. They're going to tell you, oh, no, you don't have to deal with that, because they have their own issues to sort out in their personal life. They're going to tell you that you shouldn't have to do this, or you shouldn't have to do this, or they're going to amp you up from your perspective because that's your friends, that's your family. They're not going to consider the long line of anything that you may have gone through in your past, or that they may have gone through in their past. And if neither one of you ever takes the time to learn each other, to get to know each other, then hell, what's the point of even attempting to have a relationship ever? Okay, so this is like spirit is going to enlighten you. Okay, we have lovers, exotic sensuality. Let's pull this up just a tad bit so you can see these cards. I know it's a little dark, but use your imagination. There is fantasy here. Fantasy, destiny, and all this other great things involved here. Okay, spirit. So let's get into a couple of these messages, all right? Because Spirit's giving me a lot to unpack at once, all right? Right here, right now, you are being enlightened. You are being opened up. You are being given tools, resources, philosophies, doctrines, whatever is necessary to help you imagine, manifest, create, tap into your sensuality. Okay, tap into your feminine energy, your subconscious, where you get to really experience an infinite amount of possibilities, right? The real question here is 9. How do you know when a certain aspect of your journey is complete? How do you know when it's time to come out of celibacy and when it's time to come into celibacy? What Spirit is saying here, a lot of this is things that you have been taught. Certain people have taught you in the past. Certain doctrines have been given to you, and you have that as a reference to go off of, right? But right here, with somewhere in a with synchronicities, signs, symbols, intuition, and overall enlightenment, you have been opened up to a plethora of philosophies, a plethora of ideas, right? So in this season right here and right now, in this present moment, this is the most perfect time for this. Spirit is saying this is the most perfect time for you to really, I'm hearing optimal prime. So I don't know, transformers. So transform into the body you want to have. This is the most optimal time to transform into the mirror reflection you would like to have, both mentally, spiritually, and physically, right? So if you want to manifest better health, now is the time to also take advantage of manifesting and sculpting the physical vessel you would like to have, the healthy vessel you would like to have. This is also an optimal time to really marinate in something, allow yourself to experience through sexuality, okay, connecting with someone else, exploring your wildest dreams and your fantasies through love, those relationships. There's something about the mixing, okay? There's something about the mixing or the palm. It's healing, okay? Through the love, there is a healing modality. Through the sexual experience, it's beautiful, it's captivating. Now the question is, from a spiritual aspect, with whom is it aligned with, right? I feel like that is one of the things here that you're being assisted with, like you're being enlightened with, like places to go, people to see, things to experience, okay? But all of this interaction with another person is allowing you to unravel whatever prior indoctrines were given to you, so you can reparent yourself, remother yourself, refather yourself, and prepare yourself for your destiny, your mission. And I feel like this is where spirit has been guiding you. This is Everything's about to make sense. If I could explain it to you, everything is about to make sense as to why you were guided to a specific location and you met a specific person. They said a specific word to you. You were able to take that message and go somewhere else and follow the yellow brick road with these blues clues. Okay. Blues clues is definitely the energy that I'm giving here. So with these changes that spirit have put you through as far as relationship and certain people, and this could be a number of 4 different relationships or partnerships that you've had to experience ups and downs with, and these relationships prepared you for a union or partnership with someone. So right here, right now is the most optimal time to connect with someone that you're meant to be on within your destiny. Okay, but you are the one that ultimately has to make the choice. There's no pressure. All right, so what is this in regards to you? Care. How much of a partnership, when it comes to partnerships and relationships, are you willing to give, right? Are you willing to receive? Because it's duality. You have to be able to receive and give. Both of you do. But with this, what you're creating right now is Patreon support. What does that look like for you? What does parenthood look like for you? What does reparenting look like for you? Okay. And what can you create, or what can you draw from this relationship or connection or partnership that will allow you to turn it into purpose and passion and desire, and really engulf yourself down a whole nother type of community? I feel like you will be establishing your own community, not just a close-knit community. I feel like soul tribe energy, because look, we have the Galactic Federation, okay? Collaboration, meetings, community. So like I said, a lot of you are about to meet. All right, spirit is showing me, like, I don't know if it's jigsaw. You know when you move the part but you can't really lift it up out of its plate, you got to like slide it to the left or to the right to move the pieces about. That's what spirit is showing me. Like there's a jigsaw or something like that where pieces are being moved and they're coming and connecting together to facilitate you onto certain markers of your journey, markers on your journey. So there's a third wheel energy here. Okay. It is. So 4, 5, a lot of chaos. Those prior relationships brought into your life. A lot of chaos, a lot of destruction, a lot of pressure. But something is crowning here. Someone could be having a baby. All right. I'm also seeing someone, wow. Well, whoever you are, there is someone out there within our Taurus collective that will have a baby and end up being with the doctor that delivered this baby, which is very interesting. But I am seeing a very ironic or peculiar way of falling in love through someone else delivering a child. I don't know. When you know, okay? It's limited here. You never know what you're gonna get. But that's what I see. I literally saw a woman's legs wide open, busted wide open. Then I tell her to bring it back. Busted wide open. It was wide open spaces. And the doctor down there, it's grounding, it's coming. And sure enough, he catches it, and it's a home run after that. Spirit, not today, Lord, okay? So something is finito. Something is done. It's a wrap. No more of something. Okay, so for all my singles, independent, you have officially decided that you are done. All right, the number 4 could be significant, 4 days, 4 months, 4 years. I don't know. Could have been longer. We also have 32, 43, 18, 34, 27. You could be 32. All right, 9. I'm seeing 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. Okay. So nines is completion. So maybe that's a confirmation if you've been seeing a lot of nines everywhere. Um, it's a wrap. I'm also hearing wrap it up. Okay. Despacito. Da-na-na-na. So someone could be meeting someone that's foreign culture or from a different nationality. I'm hearing that. Different nationality. There's also a possibility this person is younger than you. How's that for a trick, right? There's someone is maybe younger than you. But the energies here is there's unlimited potential. Unlimited potential in more than one area, more than one facet of love and relationships, you guys. Okay. And you're about to be made aware of all of the unlimited potential in these lovers, in these sexual experiences, and just being able to have a series of all your wildest and fantasy dreams coming true. It feels too good to be true a little bit. So some of you may go through that experience or that emotion of like, oh my God, that's too good to be true. There could be a comfort of stability, but there has been some type of establishment of a connection being made here. Yeah. In the recent past, like, spirit guided you to a specific path or journey for a reason. All right, Spirit, can I get 3 on 3 on 3? Can I get 333, please? Some of y'all could be seeing 333 as well. And please forgive me for if you hear any extra noise in the background. I have a little visitor by the name of Joe, and he wants to be beside me today, so we have company. All right, let's break it down again with this Ten of Swords. So we're gonna set this right here. Hold on one second, Taurus. Alrighty then, we are back at it, Taurus. Let's get into these cards. Let's break this energy down, okay? Right here and right now, okay? You have the past really pulling on you, okay? Who they are, they don't really matter, okay? The Six of Cups is telling me everything that I need to know. These energies can feel this magnetic attraction, okay? Your higher self, like I said, is connecting you, needs you to be at a specific place. There's a specific location that your higher self is trying to make sure you get to. Where that energy is so different for everyone, because it's almost like bumping into a stranger. That's what it feels like. Several people bumping into a stranger. Oh, that's really cool. So someone is really gonna have that experience or that type of bump into you. I think it was J-Lo and Matthew McConaughey. You remember when like her shoe got stuck inside the drain and he decided to help her, right? And there was a truck coming, so there was like a need, like, I need you to come now type of energy. That's that magnetic pull, that call. And then ultimately he helps her. So someone's going to have a situation similar to that. He helps her, but then that person ends up being engaged, and there's or there's a separation. This person could be helping you do anything, who knows? But there is some type of one of you is unable to see that they're right there. Okay, with this Eight of Swords, one of you is unable to see. Your higher self has recognized them. You can't forget it. It is undeniable. Okay, the traction is there. So your higher self is trying to say, hey, listen, do you remember? Okay, you weren't able to see it. Something was preventing you from seeing it. And something is also trying to prevent you from meeting this marker on your timeline. Okay. Something about meeting a marker on your timeline. Okay. Where instead of actually going to that specific location, or I don't care if it's a bank, I don't care if it's a gym, a store, whatever, but something, there's a hidden agenda that's being projected here. Okay. 8 of Cups, to get you to remember the good times, remember how much I've learned, remember how much I've grown, remember the things I'm willing to do. And it is a block. Okay. So it is emotionally blocking you from being able to tap into your higher self and receive the message. And for some of you, because this past energy or these past energies keep hurting you, every time you get like an emotional scar from those relationships or those connections, every time they keep trying to come back, they essentially manipulate the game, which causes you to close off your heart chakra long enough to miss another marker, miss another meeting, miss another connection, a potential connection out there for you. So strategically, when these people come back around, right? When these past connections come back around, you're unable to see. You're unable to see that they haven't changed. They haven't learned. Okay. Door to spirit. They may be coming back to you, telling you like, I've spiritually grown. I'm a different person. And even if they're not telling you that, they're sending those telepathic wave links out to you. The 8 of Swords is really showing me in the present moment, you can't see the unlimited potential out there for you, because these connections have been able to scar you so deep to the point where you're walking away from the situation emotionally a victim. Like, this is emotional, being victimized as a mother, as a woman, as someone that loves, or someone that's just empathic. So all of my empaths out there, especially, these types of connections, and being only able to find players after you've dealt with these type of harsh, long, extensive past life relationships, you're unable to see the bright side of things, or you're unable to see what's right behind that player you dealt with last. So when you get a good thing, all you know how to do is be worried and anxious, and anxiety consumes you. But like Spirit is showing me, the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups, this is your match. This is the match that you've been waiting for. But like, if you look here, what's blocking it? Your heartbreak, your blocked heart chakra is attracting the one night stands, the player. Right after you're trying to heal, or you've healed just a little bit, you get excited because there's someone coming in. But all they want for you is a good time and not a long time. So they're misusing your love, taking it for granted, or just trying to get over on you, right? And some of you may have given those type of connections the time of day, and it didn't go anywhere. But right behind that one person that was being brought in as a test, to test how open your heart is. Because remember, this is the alignment of your higher self. So throughout your ascension process, your discernment is what allows you to be able to discern good from bad, allows you to be able to discern a waste of your time versus worth your time. All of these things are practiced, like having on training wheels. Your higher self can see all facets of things, but if your heart is preventing you from being able to connect with your higher self, that one person that comes in, you get excited because you said the next person, but it's only because you can see linear. You're not able to see all timelines happening at this present moment, and it being a very real thing. So when you get the experience of one particular individual, it's the holy grail for you. And then when that connection doesn't turn out to be what you wanted it to be, and that they had a lot of development as well to grow up, it's because that person was coming in. Your higher self was sending that player in, that emotionally detached person in, or whatever, to mirror to you how much work you still have to do on your heart chakra. Your higher self was never telling you to fall in love with the player or to fall in love with the one night stand. Your higher self was saying, let them mirror to you what you need to see within yourself, or, because this is rehab. This is rehabilitation. If you've been through type of relationships that have scorned you so deeply to the point where you're walking around like the wounded warrior, you're going to need to eradicate those things so you don't bring all of that toxic energy into a healthy relationship or a healthy connection, right? So here we go, where you've been given the truth and you're like, oh my God, I don't know if I could do that. So that is becoming a fear of not feeling good enough, a fear of it's too good to be true, a fear of what if it turns out just like the rest. So what if keeps you stagnant, right? And now that hidden agenda has been able to block you from meeting anyone new, and thus you remain single, wishing and hoping and dreaming and praying. Then and after you do, you will be his. Show him that you do. All right. So now look. So you can say, I'm done. Right. You can speak it to your subconscious 1,000,001 times. I'm done. Fricker. You done till you blue in the face. Okay. But what's glowing is I can see the blood spills underneath this black light. I can see the residual stains of situations and relationships that you haven't been able to clean up. There's so much damn heartache, grief, and pain left within that if a person was to turn on a black light and put it all over you, we would be able to see the crimes that have been committed against you, around you, within you. And that's why Spirit is saying, right up in here, okay, right up in here, your empathy brings it right back to one. You start saying them speaking their truth and telling you what you need to hear and making you promises and you believing them, right? Because that's what mothers do, right? That's what your subconscious wants to do. It wants to start morphing its own, it wants to start creating, right? But if you're only giving it, your subconscious mind, the ability to create even a delusion, trust me, your subconscious will even create whatever delusions you give it. Okay, so if you start emotionally speaking to yourself, saying it over and over and over again, and then on top of that, you're manifesting love, what you're manifesting is more endings. You see what I'm saying? Because your subconscious is going to keep giving your conscious, right, everything, the message or the information that it needs for your conscious to start manifesting it. And the consciousness is what's mirroring to you your level of consciousness, how far you're able to receive. But that has nothing to do with your heart and your mind being out of alignment. So your heart is spinning its own narrative, and then your subconscious mind already has its narrative, and then that third party, which is your conscious. Okay, what you can see, what happens as a byproduct of what's in your subconscious, that manifests outwards. And all you're doing is perpetuating the same fear that someone is going to play games with you, that someone's going to betray you. You cannot trust these people, places, and things. And boom, here we go again. The 6 of Cups. Grief, loss. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. So Spirit is saying you're going to have to really do some soul searching, like figure out what you need to do to focus on healing your heart so you can really deal with the loss of these memories, the loss of these connections. Like, is it for your highest and greatest good, essentially? So you can experience happiness. It's time to put these people to rest. They're trying to put them to bed. It's time to give them, so you can spiritually ascend. This message is really about your destiny being to spiritually ascend beyond these people. Like I said, there could be up to 4 people, and it's very interesting how, look at these people. You got the King of Cups, you got the King of Pentacles, you got the King of Wands, right? No one ever said that your destiny was going to be fun. Shit, a lot of people don't even want to venture down that path. You know why? Because going down a path of destiny requires doing something that ain't never been done before, or it requires venturing down a path that very few ever travel. So throughout your ascension process, what's been blocking you from your prosperity, what's been blocking you from relationships and love and keeping you in balance, it's about to start coming up. It's about to start showing you again. So your higher self is saying, get ready, because I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you on a soul level, and it's going to be uncomfortable. So your higher self is bringing everybody from your past right back. And you're like, why the hell are you keep coming back into my life? Why won't you give up? And it's because your higher self is saying, you feel like you've learned the lesson, but you took the emotional scar, and you are allowing it to keep you stuck, trapped, bound. Self-sabotage has become your tool that you wield to control a situation. Unbeknownst to you are participating in creating the drama that you feel like you are separate from, but it's very real, because it's in the most vulnerable part of your makeup. It's in your subconscious. It's in your heart, and whatever is there. Some of you, I guess for somebody here, your higher self wants me to tell you to pay attention to how someone's mother here is directly affecting their emotional state. So if someone's been like emotionally imbalanced, someone's mother is intentionally manipulating someone's emotional state here, their feelings. Why? Because she wants you to be done with someone, or she wants someone to be done with you. So there is people as well that's not just romantic, that are trying to sever ties and block you and make you suspicious and make you insecure and make you have trust issues. There's a lot of projection out here, Taurus. Okay, so on one end, how they're blocking you is, I'm gonna whisper thoughts of manifestation into one person's mind. I'm gonna tell them like, oh, this person wants to trap you. This person wants to do this to you. This person wants to control you and make money off of you and build off you. Woo, woo, woo. And then the other person, they're telling them you need to be done with them. They're lying to you. They only using you. They don't really care about you. So you both have people that are psychically manifesting on you, okay, psychically blocking you, restricting you, and making you feel like you will be better by yourself. Some of you as well have inherited this, and it's not like it's happening right now. Okay, it's like you have inherited this information genetically, and through this genetic information that you've inherited, you will be able to see, like, from mother to mother to mother to mother, there's this separation, there's this disconnect, there's this energy where, your mama was single, your grandma was single, nobody was able to commit to nothing. It was always like suspicion, pessimism. 7 of Swords energy, right? So just thrusting yourself into work and only focusing on work until the time or the tides change, and separating yourself and going into hermit mode and just focusing on your work and not really addressing the elephant in the room will create a stir. It will generate a storm that by winter of this year, or whenever year you're watching it, winter will come, and then the storm that you avoided all year long would be the death that you will experience in order for you to be reborn again in spring. So these are the perpetuations of every month and how you utilize those months to really work and benefit you in the long run versus trying to receive immediate gratification right now, because this is some internal work. And like I said, okay, 7 weeks to break a habit, 21 days to break a habit. There is 90 days to make it more solid. And then it goes on and on and on. So it's in flow and synchronicity with the moon cycles. Okay. And again, I like I told you, I was picking up this energy of being, of things being done in the dark. Okay. And a lot of things that's done in the dark is their subconscious as well. And then when it manifests into fruition, it's because all the shit that was being done on the subconscious level, all the things that weren't being addressed in the subconscious level. But I do pick up this energy to be very specific because there's a lot of channel messages coming in. We have over 10,000 people. Again, thank you to everyone that is subscribed to my channel. I truly appreciate each and every single one of you. And yeah, I'm super excited, y'all. Again, I've been in transition, so I'm finally getting situated in my new space. So I appreciate all of y'all patience and allowing me to focus on just channeling these messages. That's what I'm good at. I can channel messages all day, but the logistics and the computer work is very taxing. So I've had to enlist help. So if you ever meet Sarah in the text message when you're booking a personal reading, hey Sarah, she's super sweet. I love her, but she has been a godsend in helping me with booking personal readings and allowing me to just focus on channeling the information. So thank you. But I digress. Let's go back to this reading. Yeah, that's what I wanted you to know, that you have to be more intentional, Taurus, about focusing on what's in your subconscious, because I don't like to see that, because this is like waking up in the morning or after a situation happens and it's like, I don't even know how I let myself happen. I don't even know how I let this happen, or I don't even know how this came into fruition. I didn't ask for none of this, but somebody made a tall order, or a very long order, put it in the subconscious, and then eventually the sun illuminated that whatever was lying dormant, and boom, what do you got? The same repetitive cycle. So someone's fears are being exploited. I want to know who's exploiting these fears, because Spirit keeps telling me a third party. Okay. Family, they're exploiting these fears. Parents, they're exploiting these fears. If there's been anyone that is overly concerned about what you have going on in your personal life, they're exploiting your fears and insecurities. If you have any friends that are bitter, sour apples, it's in the top drawer, my bedroom. They are exploiting your fears. If you have anyone that tends to constantly just bitch all day, they're exploiting your feelings. If you have someone that is always out there checking on your readings and doing all this stuff and spying on you, they're exploiting your insecurities. There is a lot of shit going on here, Taurus, and it's high time we get this shit in order. That's what I feel like Spirit is saying. Do not stop. Do not pass. Do not collect $200. We gotta start by addressing this energy. So I'm going to see exactly what Spirit wants me to see here. Spirit, who exactly is extorting Taurus subconscious energy? What lies beneath the surface that Taurus may not be aware of? They need to be aware of. Justice. Ooh. Well, for some of you, this ain't rocket science. This ain't rocket science. If you are in any type of unjust connections, right? There's a lack of equality. there's a lack of maturity or peace and harmony, then your subconscious mind is delete, 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 delete. So when you wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. All right, when you wake up in the morning, you're trying to figure out who did it, but this is karma. Okay? Some of you, this is, like I said, past life karma. You see justice and trap. That's no coincidence. Okay? This is something that has to happen. Okay? Spirit, why does this have to happen? You could be life path 11, 1. I have 87, 78. Why does this have to happen? Withdrawal. Ooh. Is there something that you need to stop doing? This could be a habit. This is a habitual habit. Habitual habit of obligating yourself to situations, relationships, and wanting to be. Oh, Spirit is coming for our edges. Are they not? Wanting to be in a connection. To feel like wanting to be kept. This is like wanting to be kept energy. There is a belief, an unequal belief, wanting. Let's talk about from a female's perspective, hypothetically speaking. This is the example of wanting to be in a relationship to be able to say that you are well kept by someone. Okay? And you wanting them to never break up with you, wanting to have that type of stronghold. So this is a personality trait as well, or aspect in yourself that you may have come in contact with. This is also possessive energy. Wanting what you want because you want it and willing to do anything to get it will guarantee that you lose it, because karma has to address the fact that your intentions of how you got it. This is like having a fake ID, trying to get in a club, and you have not earned the right to be there because your age is not 21. So karma is going to come in and make the police get you because you are not 21. This is like trying to get somewhere quickly through another person, but wanting to avoid doing the actual work yourself. This is also, trying to catch a ride to the top. What's the point of, like, why do I have to sit in the classroom and get a 4-year degree just to play the game the way the system wants me to play it, when I can just get the money quickie? Okay? And sometimes getting the money quickly looks like just as quick as you got it is just as quick as you lose it, and just as quick as you fell in love is just as quick as you fall out of love. But underneath it all, the true intentions was always, I'm willing to do anything to avoid rejection. I'm willing to do anything to guarantee that I get to have what I want. I want what I want, which is another thing that generates karma. So these are byproducts or symptoms of an intention that is going under the radar. But the karma card here is saying ain't shit going under the radar until you stop doing shit with the intention, until someone or something stops doing it with the intention of getting there quickly or manipulating the process, okay, to have what you want to have. Okay, this is also, this is also like, oh, it's too hard. This is saying this is an addiction to try to even, dress yourself up, put on your makeup, put on your best dress wear, put on your BBL, increase your boobs to find you the person that's gonna take care of you, trying to trap a nigga. This is what this look like right here. This is all that energy is coming on. Why do I have to go out there and actually, do the diet control, exercise, when I could just go and pay for it, and I could find me somebody that would pay for it for me if I'm just dating them? This is using your allure, your attraction, and then seducing someone as well to where they feel like they can't let you go, making them addicted to you. This is what this energy is here, not being disciplined and having the principles to really give yourself time to operate with the right intentions, eventually it will become too much work to keep it up. It will become, when things get hard, you will argue. Things will become difficult. But this has a lot to do with, go back to the very beginning. We can scream we love each other all day, but sometimes people get together. This is the level of codependency that Spirit is saying that exists here. People will get together for the security. Okay? So whether you're a male Taurus and you attract a lot of females that get with you because you're providing security and you're allowing them to be in your auric field, to be in a relationship with you, and you won't let them go as long as they can guarantee to keep giving you what it is that you need. Let's say whatever it is that you need is a hot fucking meal. Well, now you have turned that person into an unequal relationship, because the only reason why you are dealing with them is to serve a purpose that suits your initiative, but does not allow that person to awaken to their own divinity. It doesn't allow that person to awaken to who they are spiritually, and by default you become the opposing force that karma has to slap across the head a couple of times, because you keep getting in the way of evolution. You keep stepping in the way of progress and development on a soul level for every other single soul or person or relationship you come encounter with. Okay? Inserting yourself as that tool or that addiction, come to me, makes it difficult for somebody to wean themselves off of you. So things have been imbalanced from excess, right? When we see withdrawal, there's a need to withdraw because there's been an imbalance in how much you are giving to a situation or how much you are utilizing a certain talent, gift, or skill. Okay. So what's to happen with karma is it's natural. This is natural karma right here. That's what that is. So how can they fix it, Spirit? Okay. How can they undo this energy that's being created in the subconscious? Marriage. Damn. So you won't be able to have a peaceful marriage and relationship or a commitment without getting counseling. You're going to need to get some advice, and you're going to need to stick to it like rehab. This is rehabilitation. Okay, after going through all of these changes in relationship with other people, even getting with this person, these are the things that will come back around to bite you in the booty. Okay. Dependency. For some of you, you're on the other end of the spectrum. For some of you, you're on the other end of the spectrum. You withdraw from relationships and connections because being with someone is too damn hard. You feel like you're being trapped. You feel like you're being stuck in something, so you give up. I don't want to be obligated. I quit. Throw in the towel, which is also another imprint or another genetic thing. Some of you, this is genetics, this throwing in the towel. Just throw it in the towel. It's like a bad dream. This is conquering your nightmare. You ever saw Slumberland? So in the movie Slumberland, interesting enough that we're talking about this, but in the movie Slumberland, right, the little girl kept having bad dreams, and it was her nightmare. And she was like, when do I get the nightmare to stop? And she was like, when you are ready to conquer your nightmare, it will stop taunting you. But until you are ready to confront your nightmare or your fear, that nightmare will taunt you for the rest of your life. It's a part of evolution. It's a part of growth. So tracking down your fear of commitment, fear of marriage, all right, fear of being hurt again, teaching yourself a new story, a new narrative will allow you to experience sweet love, companionship, romance, partnership, and allowing the both of you to feel safe if you do the work. Spirit is saying you guys will not be able to have a happy, loving relationship or marriage or connection if you don't equally put in the same work. Not waiting on the other to do the work for you, or not waiting for the other to feel inspired with you, but being willing to leave that person or let go of that person and give it to yourself every single day. Because a lot of these are connections that are easily addictive. It's easy to get addicted to your love. It's easy to get addicted to each other. Okay, and then eventually the both of you start doing absolutely nothing together. And then what happens? Idle hands become the fucking devil's playground, and then eventually someone's liking pictures or watching Pornhub. These are the things that are necessary. And when you stop working on yourself is when you no longer are in alignment for a relationship or even marriage. There's also this energy of obedience, doing what must be done. And it's not obedience to each other, but it's obedient to your higher self, obedient to honoring your journey and honoring the self-care needs and practices that's required for you to be the most healthiest version of yourself, and withdrawing from certain habits or ways of responding to uncomfortable situations or relationships. Okay, for my masculine Taurus out there that have a tendency of needing to feel like a person belongs to you in order for you to in order for them to belong to you, that's a trick as well. Like making a person jump through all these different hoops and hurdles to prove that they are worthy of your love. That's karma as well. So a lot of these justice energy is like, if it's happening in your external reality, then it means something is going on inside of you that needs addressing. But that is also a trust issue. Like, a person doesn't have to give you titles and make all these promises to you just for you to feel safe to come outside. Either you gonna give it or you not. But either way, that is you sabotaging a connection. That is you trying to validate your ego in order to feel like it's worth putting your commitment and obligation to. And for some of you, there's this energy of you want to feel like someone is dependent on you so you can be in control or dictate what goes on in the relationship to validate your insecurity that they will never cheat on you because you own them. So there's all these different issues that are coming up, and it's high time that we get on with it. There we go. Yeah, being mentally stuck in your head will end you alone, and everything you want is like that. These are illnesses. There's an illness here. Emotional, mental illnesses. These are fragile eagles. Hold on. These are fragile not ego, but egos. These are fragile egos needing constant validation because they didn't get it when they were being raised by their mommy and daddies. This is fragile egos that need titles and confirmations in order to commit to something because they didn't get enough attention from mommy and daddy. This is karma. These are the lessons that are screaming to the top of its lungs. Okay? So can you show me what's in the sun? And we're going to wrap this energy up. What's in the sun? Ooh, wow. Okay, we're going to stop right there. Spirit is saying stop, okay? You need a break. Okay? This is something that you haven't been wanting to deal with. All of that shit that's in the moon energy. You see this moon energy? This is the moon energy. That's your subconscious mind. These are the things that are needing your undivided attention, right? That's what you were called here to do. But if you can't even see it that it's there, if you can't even identify that it's something that is within you and be able to call yourself out, then you will not be able to transition into that next phase of being able to apply whatever advice is given to you by anyone. A lot of you will listen to the problem over and over and over and over and over again, receive the advice, and go right back to the damn problem, because it's an addiction at that point. You may feel like, oh, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do a lot of shit. But there's an addiction to repeat the same lesson. That is an addiction. Because if you're not healing it and you're not curing it and you're not resolving it, you're not applying solutions, then you are engaging in the behavior of insanity. That is the hardcore truth. Why? In your consciousness, all right? What do you know? You know it. You know you have a curse on you. You know that this is a cycle that was given to you by your parents. You know that you have that you react to situations. You know that you have a tendency to gossip. You know you have a tendency to offend people and overreact. You know you have control issues. You know you have a lot of things. You know that you point and you do it, and just as much as you do it, it's done to you. But nevertheless, as many times as there's a catastrophe and it has created a lot of misfortune in your life, you feel helpless. You feel helpless. I don't want to have to experience these things. This is unpleasant. This isn't fun. Right? So I'm just going to keep reacting and blowing up and getting frustrated and then sulking about it and then picking yourself up about it because I'm too embarrassed to admit that I have these issues. I'm too embarrassed to say I need help. Because I don't want nobody to know that I have these concerns. I don't want nobody to know that I'm struggling with these things. I have too much pride. I have too much pride. That's what I see here. That's what Spirit is telling me. That pride is preventing you from seeking the necessary help that's needed. Tools and resources. You could hear them all day. I can read it to you 10 different ways. But if you don't want to drink from the well, then you have to help yourself. That's what Spirit is saying. Yeah, I don't know. But if I was to sit here and say, oh, that's because the system this and the system that, then I would be engaging in that same type of victim mentality. At some point, you got to stop blaming the system. You got to stop blaming your mama, your daddy, your ex-spouse, or anything else. And you have to decide that you're ready to set yourself free. You have to decide that you're ready to commit to your destiny. Create the community that you want to see by starting with yourself. But if no person on this planet Earth ever starts to make the changes, then we will never see a different world or a reality or experience another shift in perspective. Will you be successful? Absolutely. Whoever you are, how many of us it is, just on the other side of you confronting every little nuance, right? Running in your subconscious. You know, the people you hate, the experiences you hate to go through, the series of unfortunate events that tend to follow you around like a nag or a gnat. You'll start off really strong and then you'll stop. You'll start off really strong and then you'll be like, this isn't fun anymore. That's procrastination. Where do you think procrastination came from? Track it back to the source. The source didn't come outside of yourself. The source began. You started procrastinating long time ago. Long time ago. Who was it? And what has been passed down to you? And what are you willing to do to consistently make it to the other side? Because some of you guys will start the spiritual practice and then you'll start procrastinating. Next thing you know, each day you're doing it later and later and later in the day. Or you're not following through with whatever 21-day goal you have for yourself. It's difficult to commit to something. Not even just relationship. It's difficult to commit to yourself. And some of y'all are going to say that I'm being mean. I'm channeling messages. It's not personal. All I can tell you is that it's not personal. I'm channeling messages. I ain't even here right now. Okay. Oh, look at that sad. Spirit says, Stop it. It's time to go and see go to the origin. You're going through an initiation process. And some of us need tough love. And if you are not someone that needs tough love, I'm not talking to you, but I am talking to those of us that need tough love in order to get us moving. You know, the truth sets us free, not a lie. Moving on. Taurus, I have so many, like, I'm excited because I see it here. Okay? You will leave your mark on this world. Look at that, another 9. You will. You will write a new story. You will be able to create a new path for yourself. It's like, do you believe in magic, Taurus? Okay, you're going to get that stability that you're looking for, but it's going to be done the right way. You get to do that opportunity that no one else has been able to do within your families, your communities, and in your environments. You were chosen for that. That is honorable. That is special. That is victorious. Get pumped up. Motivate yourself. Jump, scream, clap. I don't know. Do whatever it is that you know you need to do. But Spirit is telling me I need to do something as well. Hold on. Sorry about that, y'all. I don't know. I almost stopped recording for a second there. Moving on. Let's get you a key. Spirit, what key message you got for my Tauruses in closing? What key message you have for my Tauruses in closing, Spirit? Ooh. Well, look at here. You little witch, you. All right, witch is also wise person, wise folk, wise woman, wise whatever, wise man. Okay, so she's versatile. But it says the magic you seek is inside of you. Let it flow, Taurus. And I'm gonna read to you a little story. Okay. Let's see. This is 36. Okay, we're almost there. We almost there. All right, it says, the magic you seek is inside of you, Taurus. Let it flow. I mean, it doesn't say Taurus, but y'all get my drift, right? Let it flow. This is the lucky card. When this card is drawn, a bonus appears in your life, and key events and situations turn in your favor. Remember, luck is preparation, meeting opportunity. Have you taken all available steps and made all authentic efforts to be prepared for that which you seek? The witch holds her hands gently over the crescent moon, a potent symbol of new opportunities and fresh potential. Her cupping fingers allow energy to flow unhindered. The raven sits upon a branch, pausing in its journey from the underworld to consider new adventures. Leaves of gold emerge from branches. They signify comfort and beauty after periods of abstinence or loss. The witch knows herself and is not afraid of her potential and opportunities to grow and learn. In the moonlight, she willingly steps to the edge of the cliff and leaps, knowing that the natural way of the world will catch her and she will land exactly where she should. So the ritual for this one is meditation of magic. And it goes a little something like this. Na 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 na. All right. I don't know why I heard that song, but somebody likes that song. In a natural environment, on the night of a crescent moon, sit comfortably on a cushion or rug in a circle of 7 red candles, ringed by a larger outer circle of untreated salt. Pink Himalayan salts, rock salt, and salt crystals have a magnifying effect and works best for this ritual. Breathe slowly whilst gazing at the moon, awakening the subtle sensations, the breeze on your skin, the sounds of the night. Breathe. Taurus, that is your key message for this day. I'm sending you lots of love, wisdom, and guidance on your journey. And I will see you guys tomorrow. It is a Sunday, but I will be here with a channeled message. I love each and every single one of you guys. Bye.